working on the Sierra. We are going to be prepping it for a skid day up at Santa Pod, a Run What You Brung day. So the plan is we're going to swap out the wheels, put the steels back on it, and we're picking out of our collection of wheels what we're going to take, pumping them up with some air, and we also need to put a thermostat back in it because currently we're running no thermostat, and we've got the billet inline little thermostat housing, and we can run that in the top hose. What else have we got to do? Give it sort of a nut and bolt check, give it a quick once over. I want to try and put the air filter on it, although I think we're going to have to make a fancy bracket up down the front. And yeah, just sort of check the fluids. What else have we got to do, Adam?
Pretty much it, really.
Yeah.
Just once over.
That's pretty much it, yeah. Just obviously fill her up with fuel, then we'll be good to go. Another thing I think we might do if we've got time is I just want to make like a little turbo brace, because this is, although it's a tiny little turbo on the big manifold, still aware that it's kind of flapping about. So yeah, if we've got time, I've got a couple of rose joints and some bits of steel. I might try and pick up on this little threaded insert there, get it over onto the head somehow. Adam's new toys. No more blocks of wood for us. We've got professional ramps now, so we can actually get a jack under this thing. So yeah, we're going to make a little plate up out of mild steel that bolts onto these 2 points, and then have a little welded on piece to pick up on the rose joint down here. Okay, so I've tapped this end out to an M10 because the only spare rose joint I had was an M10 rose joint. That's going to be welded around about there, and then the rest of it's going to be bolted onto the engine, and then I can also trim back some of the excess once I know exactly where it's going to go. And then the other little rose joint, the M8 one, goes on there, and that bolts onto the turbo. How you getting on, Barton?
Not too bad, getting there. Got a thermostat.
So we've got thermostat housing. I assume the flow is the right way?
Yes. Flow goes on, so this side comes out that side.
And we have the lower temperature thermostat in there, so it should open up sooner, hopefully. 75 degrees.
And a small hole inside to bleed it.
Nice. And so that, yeah, just literally goes, that's our top hose. So easy to get to, if we need to, but we should do. Hopefully it goes in and we never have to get it out again. If any of you are wondering what this hole is, this is a Z-Tech rear-wheel drive engine mount that I made when I was planning on rear-wheel driving the Fiesta. So I've just cut that up because I'm not rear-wheel driving it anytime soon. What do you reckon to that?
That'll work, won't it?
Yeah. Zap it up.
Lovely.
That's looking good.
Getting there. I've just got to swap the Jubilee around so I can get to it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fire up the beast of a welder. So that's the bracket all blobbed in, and I've just shaved some of the material off down the bottom to clear the exhaust, and cut that corner to save a little bit of weight because it is 5mm and it does weigh probably a little bit too much. So rose joint in on the turbo, and that should just slot in there. Just go and grab a bolt, and that's turbo brace done. Just installing our small filter. Make sure that's tight, because if that falls off, that's goes straight into the timing belt.
got the bro.
Don't go nowhere. Nice. It's good that we kept everything off the inner wings as well. Just for aesthetics. Cool, what do you want to do now? Nut and bolt check, all the suspension.
Kind of, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finish off sorting out what wheels we want to take. Probably put some air in these tyres, check fluids, top up the radiator, and then run it up and see if it cools itself with the thermostat in and the fans kick in. And I'd like to see if this makes a different choo-choo noise. So we swapped out the front wheels. Now we're going to take the show wheels off the back and put our steel wheels on the back. And then obviously we've got all of our skid wheels to throw in the back of the van. These are hideous.
I think that'll be alright.
Oh, they do the job.
What these banded steels? Oh no, the splits.
Skillet killer. Hope that make turbo fans.
Oh yeah, drill enough like wonky holes in the front of it. A few long self-tapping screws.
Our fuel tank guard is still intact.
Yeah, I mean it's taking a thrashing.
Yeah, too. Very true.
But you're right, it's still there.
So we've let it run up and it's got to temperature fine, the thermostat seems to be working all right. We did take it for a quick spin around the block, which unfortunately didn't film like idiots, but it all goes well. It's quite wet out, so it definitely wants to go sideways. As far as the car's going, all looks good. I think we're all set to head on up to Santa Pod and hopefully it doesn't break. Hopefully we can get some seat time in and get it to go sideways. Well, it definitely goes sideways, it's just how long it lasts. But yeah, until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy.